Okay, this is my overgrown backyard. I just want to show the different kind of grasses that I have here and show you a little problem that I just bumped into, and then I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna solve this problem. Okay, so my background consists of 3 different kinds of grasses. I'm gonna show you my favorite one first. My favorite, this is St. Augustine. I'm just gonna pull it out and show you. I picked this because we have a seed stock. It makes it so easy to identify St. Augustine. If you look at it, it's a really thick seed stock with little white seeds right there. These seeds, even if they fall on the ground, they won't germinate. It's like it's sterile. So this is what St. Augustine looks like. Okay, we're gonna leave the seed stock here, and then we're gonna pull out a blade. I'm gonna pull out a nice juicy looking blade so we can show the difference between all the different kinds of grasses that I got. Now we got the seed stalk and the blade right next to each other. I'm gonna try to find a stolon so I can show you how it spreads. Okay, we got a stolon right here, and so we got 3 things right now. Got a stolon. This is how St. Augustine spreads, through stolons. It doesn't have like the little underground runners. You don't have that. You just have above ground stolons. So it doesn't have rhizomes, but it's got stolons. And we have the leaf blade. Just want to show the difference with the other grasses. And we have a seed stalk. So this is St. Augustine. Now we're gonna check out another grass type, and I found a seed stalk. This is a Bermuda seed stalk. Okay, we're gonna pull that out, and then we're gonna pull out this will be, let me see, try to find a little runner. Well, this will be a good example of Bermuda. And the leaf, well, basically we can get this little leaf right here. Okay, so now we're gonna put our Bermuda next to the St. Augustine. Okay, we're gonna start off with a stolon. No, we're gonna start off with the seed stalk, which is right here. That's the Bermuda seed stalk. You can see compared to St. Augustine. St. Augustine is a little bit thicker, and the seeds are like connected to the stem right there. And this one here, Bermuda, you got the stem, and then the seeds is like 4 different bunches right there, and the seeds come out of it. Okay, now we're gonna go to the leaf blade. And where is that little leaf blade? Let me get it from here. Bermuda leaf blade, pretty much smaller compared to the St. Augustine one. St. Augustine is nice, juicy, thick, as you can see. I'm trying to open it up, compared to the little Bermuda one. Okay, now for the little runner. Okay, let's go back to the St. Augustine. Thicker, the Bermuda smaller and skinnier. Okay, now St. Augustine here, Bermuda on this side. Now we're gonna find my 3rd grass type, and this one is a little closer to my edges right there. And the reason why I put this grass closer to the edges is because it grows a little bit slower, and it won't invade my flower bed. It just won't start jumping over my flower bed. It's a slow growing grass type compared to the other 2. Now I'm gonna show you the seed stalk. Okay, this is the seed stalk for centipede. Okay, hopefully I can focus. There you go. Focus. Okay, we shall take a picture a little bit far from it. Okay, it kind of looks like St. Augustine, but if you look at this little stem here, it's not as thick as St. Augustine. So we're gonna pick that up. Okay, then I'm gonna have to find little stolon. That is St. Augustine invading my centipede. Okay, let's find the centipede one. There we go. Got a nice juicy centipede right there. This will be the centipede runner right here. And then we're gonna find a centipede leaf blade. We got it. Okay, it kind of looks like a centipede, but once you, St. Augustine, but once you put them next to each other, you can tell the differences. Okay, let's move Bermuda a little bit further up. Okay, move the little Bermuda out of the way, out of the way. Okay, now let's compare the seed stock. This is the seed stock for centipede. Okay, we're gonna put the seed stock for St. Augustine next to it. Clearly you can tell the difference. This one is a little bit longer and it's a little bit skinny, and look at those little seeds. They're like black and they're like falling out. They just look like that. And if you look at St. Augustine, thicker with white seeds. There we go. I'm gonna put that back. St. Augustine in the middle, and clearly there's a big difference between Bermuda and the centipede seed stock. This one is like got 4 branches all falling out. The seeds kind of look the same, but where they're coming from is different. See, the seeds are kind of similar. It's like black little spots. Okay, so the seed stock makes it pretty much obvious the difference. Now let's see the leaf blade. This is the leaf blade for centipede. Just want to show. See how it looks like. It's like medium sized compared to St. Augustine. Let me get another St. Augustine leaf blade, because that one just folded up. Okay, there we go. Got us brand new St. Augustine blade. There go the centipede blade. There go the Bermuda blade. Let me find another Bermuda class blade, but that one also looks like it just folded up. Too much little. Okay, there we go. Bermuda blade, centipede, St. Augustine. Okay, now look at the runner for the St. Augustine. Now I'm gonna show you some. This is the runner for the centipede. Again, size wise, centipede looks a little, it looks like a little brother of St. Augustine. Okay, St. Augustine will be like a little bit thicker. You see on the crowns right here, it's like thicker and tougher. And then if you look at the centipede, it's a little bit skinnier, but not as skinny as the Bermuda. It's plus you don't see, like, I'm gonna show you the difference between the crowns. Like this one has got like a little V on the crown, like 2 leaf blades going opposite direction, and same thing here, you got one this side and one on the other side. Even the top, same thing. But if you look at the centipede one, it's like they go one by one. You see here, it's just one leaf blade going that way. Second one, same thing, one leaf blade going that way. It's not like 2 like the St. Augustine, where you got 2 bunching out from one spot. See, one at a time. They like alternate. Let me cut this off so we can see. Okay, just shave that off. Okay, I just cut the rest of it off so we can see. Okay, you see here, 1 going up, you get rid of it. You see 2 going that way. They're taking turns. 3 going that way, and then 1 more up there. That's how they grow. So that's how I can tell the difference between my 3 grass types. I look at the seed, I look at the leaf blade, and I look at the stolon or the runner. Got my 3 grass types. It's important to know what kind of grass types you have, because some chemicals you can't put them on all 3. There is some sort of fertilizers that I can use on centipede and St. Augustine, but I can't use it on Bermuda. Okay, now that we have identified what kind of grasses we have, we're gonna look at a problem that I just discovered that made me shoot this video. Okay, when I was looking at my grass, I seen this right here. Okay, if you remember the characteristics of the grasses that we just looked at, you can tell that this doesn't fit any of those characteristics. Now this right here is a good old nutsedge weed, and it kind of looks like my grass, it just blends into my grass. But the problem with having this is this nutsedge tends to grow way faster than any of the grasses. I'm gonna show you a little part right here to show you the problem of trying to keep this weed. You see how tall this nutsedge is compared to the rest of the grass? It's really tall. The rest of the grass is right here. Then we go nutsedge. Rest of the grass right here, nutsedge. Look at that shiny nutsedge. Now here's the problem. If I cut my grass within about 2-3 days, this nutsedge would have came right up, and the grass was still below. And this is a problem because it makes the grass looks tacky. Like right now it's looking really tacky because nutsedge is all the way overgrown and the grass is a little bit further down. And the other problem is color types. It's a different, it's like shiny compared to the rest of my grass. And for this reason I have to cut, I have to get rid of this nutsedge. And what I've bought to help me solve this problem is a good old sedge ender. I bought this from domyown.com, and here it is. Now what we're gonna do is look at the label that they have here, so we'll know how much of this chemical to put and how much to put on what kind of grass type. Okay, now we have it here on warm season grasses, which is what I have. You see they got bahia, buffalo grass, centipede, kikuyu, seashore, I don't know how to pronounce the last word, zosia, and bermuda. Now of these grasses I have bermuda and centipede like I just showed you, and we are allowed to use 5.5 ounces per 2,900 square feet. Now here's the problem. They didn't list St. Augustine here, but it's on the next page, and St. Augustine has its own amount of fluid ounces that I can use. So it says for St. Augustine I should use 4 ounces followed by another 4 ounces 30 to 60 days later, and all this should be on about 4,000 square feet. So I cannot do 5.5 ounces to help out my bermuda and centipede, because in so doing I'll be hurting the St. Augustine. And now my square foot that I need to treat this time around is only about 2,000 square feet. So I'm gonna have to use 2 ounces to treat this area, and this is what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna video it and we'll look at it and then check it out again in a couple of weeks to see how the nutsedge fared. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna take it down some. I'm gonna use my Troy built lawnmower, cut it down because it looks so overgrown. And after cutting it down, I'm gonna put 2 ounces on my little sprayer bottle and work on it. I have a video on the whole thing so y'all can see what's going down. Okay, this is 1 week after we sprayed the nutsedge. The sage ended to kill the nutsedge. We're gonna take a closer look at how the nutsedge is doing, and we're gonna find them one by one. Okay, I got one here, and let me just pull it up, show you what it looked like. Okay, so this is our nutsedge. You can see how the leaf blades are not as shiny as they were before we sprayed it. Quite clearly this nutsedge is suffering. Mostly all of them are like that. Let's look at it on this side too. This one is just worse off. Let me show you what it looks like. it is dying, you know. It's not happy at all. We're gonna go in the middle and check out the ones that were growing so quick. Let's see how they are doing. Okay, here we go. The nutsedge, you can see it's turning brown. You know, it's no longer as shiny as it was. There is just a few of them that are still a little bit shiny, but most of them you can see the discoloration. Most of them are just skinny, dying, brown. So this is the first week after I sprayed it. You can tell that this nutsedge is no longer happy. It's not growing strong and vibrant like it was. The leaf blades, they're hurt, you can tell, and they're a little bit skinnier. They're no longer broad and excited. So the nutsedge, the sage ender did pretty good. I'll show you another patch here. Just turning bright brown. Leaf blades not in a happy state, not at all. So we'll come back and check it out again after 1 more week to see how everything turned out. But right now it's looking really nice.